All right, y'all. You already know what time it is. Cold Heat, episode 14. I believe this going to be the Royal Rumble preview edition. I am one of your hosts, Ross Kenny, aka Frankie Grimes. But for Cold Heat, it is Jericho Jackson Jr., aka Triple J. Got my man in the building. Why don't you introduce yourself, brother?
Oh yeah, famous burden. The problem child. Okay, fames, problems, and big fame Vader.
Big fan, Vay. I like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
All right, Joe. So we got the Royal Rumble on Saturday, 6 o'clock EST. I believe we're in Indianapolis for this one. You feel
yeah.
me? So far on the card, I got two Rumble matches, a WWE Undisputed Title ladder match, and a 2 out of 3 falls tag team championship match between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. So why don't we start there with the tag team titles? You got any predictions for this one, big fella?
You said it's what two out of three falls?
Yeah, 2 out of 3 falls.
Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna be flat out. I don't know exactly where they're taking the storyline. I have nothing against it. I just don't know exactly where it's going. They threw the titles on them so quick, you know what I mean? And for shock value, I feel it was good. It worked because then they took it right back from them. So um, I want to say I feel like they're gonna let DIY run with it a little longer. So I'm going. I want to go with them. Um, and this would be. I feel like it's gonna be a great match. So I definitely want to say DIY this time around. But they're gonna get that back on the back end.
I don't know. This one's tricky, fam. Like you said,
Yeah.
I don't know where they going with the storyline. I really
hmm
don't. Like, ugh.
Like
There's
yeah, like
there's no
I'm not mad at it. I'm just confused.
unless it's like a redemption storyline for Motor City Machine Guns and they do wind up on top. That's the only thing I could really see, bro.
I just don't feel like, yeah, like, but I just don't feel like they going to put because of this new character arc with them, the heel versus the DIY, which we've never really been introduced to.
Yeah.
I feel like they want to work that a little longer because it's getting attention. Like,
The only reason I could see Motor City Machine Guns going over is because of location. So they're in Indianapolis, which is relatively close to Detroit, I guess. Eh, it's a reach, but
yeah,
fuck it.
no, I get where you're coming from. I just feel like if we got any more Midwest shows that could be closer or possibly within Detroit. I don't know their schedule right now, but leading up to WrestleMania, I feel like that's when they would do it if they're gonna do it.
Yeah, we still got Chamber too.
Yeah, we got you got Chamber. You still got they can hit us with they wanted on SmackDown. They could you know what I mean. They could hit us with another one of those spins in their hometown. I wouldn't be mad. Like you would accept it because it's clever. But so I don't know.
And then who else is in the fucking division, bro? Like,
Right, and right now the thing. Right now, what I don't know what the profits at right now.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I don't know what they're planning to do with Jacob and Tama because if they decide to make them a team, until his brothers, together,
hmm
uh, then what? Because then I feel like the titles are going to get taken immediately, and then
Right.
what?
That's why I don't think they could do that. I think they want
Yeah, I
to
don't think they want to
isolate.
do that yet.
I think they want to isolate Jacob right now the way they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Just
Which makes sense.
have him and Tama affiliated. And I definitely fuck with Tama, yo. I really think they should be giving him more solo time. I'm appreciative of the time they have been giving him, so I really can't be
Yep.
mad at that. But I do think they could utilize him more, even in a brief United States Championship run. Um, I don't know, man. I just like his character, bro. Like I just like his character work. You feel me? But all right.
Ditto.
Shout out to DIY. We can see if they could pull it out. Let's slide to the women's rumble next. Um, money is they depending on storyline, they might open the show with this.
Yeah.
Uh, depending on storyline, they might close the show with this
Yeah.
if it's true they're bringing back Charlotte.
True.
if they bring back Charlotte and there's no significant storyline progression in the men's rumble, then I could see them holding that off for the end. The crowd would probably be pissed as shit, but
So the only reason, and I mean the only reason I can see the men's being the closeout is again the unpredictability, but also knowing who you got in it.
mhm.
You got some major hitters in it off the rip. You feel me? This is gonna be the last time we'll see Cena. You did, especially in the Rumble.
Oh yeah, they gotta close it with the men's. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? So like that would just make the Roman supposed to be in this one. You got Seth, you got Drew, you got Punk, you got a lot of heavy hitters in the men's Royal Rumble. Nothing to taking nothing away from the women's. Like if Charlotte shows up, that'll be awesome. If Oscar returns, that'll be awesome.
Shout out Oscar
I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like Jordan Grace is going to show up.
for sure.
Um,
What about
they
Tessa?
they
Tessa?
yo.
Oh buddy. Oh
So
buddy.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. I never followed Tessa enough to be that interested,
Yeah.
other than the fact that she's the daughter of a legend.
Yeah.
Um, but then I kept getting all these backstories about how evil this bitch is, and I'm like, well, then I don't think that I don't feel like that's the best environment to bring her into because I feel like there's way too many chicks that's probably be with the shits
hmm
like that might be willing to risk it to punch her in the face if she come off sideways.
hmm
Like it's too like it's a lot. I'm gonna just say it, it's a lot of niggas in the WWE right now,
Yeah.
and, and a lot of females
Yeah.
that happen to be of that hue or close to, and if they ain't, something that they love is. So you definitely in a position to walk on. Me and you might slap the shit out of them all
Right.
for the disrespect. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like your chances of having somebody actually put hands on you in this company and be willing to go hard on it because of the disrespect is greater than some of these other like. Because at least if all else fails, they get fired from WWE. They can still go to the Indies and plug off.
Right.
Like they done already got their clout here, so they can go back to these Indies, these bigger Indies, and jam off.
All right.
So
I like the Oscar return. I like the Charlotte return. What about Jade? You heard anything about her?
all right, so these little these little pictures that she's been posting here and there, these little tweets here and there. I
hmm
don't know exactly what to expect. Uh, I'm doing something. I'm in a yeah. My mom just got home safely, so.
Oh, gravy. Shout out moms.
But nevertheless, yeah. I I feel like I feel like this would be the perfect time for her to return.
Mm,
But at the same time, what story? All right, in the if she does return, we won't have that many answers, and
right.
you only have a certain amount of time to create even more story in the Rumble. Because I can definitely see it where she come back and she run down straight on the one who she feels is responsible for what happened. Because she would know, I guess. You know what I mean? For the most part. So if she run in there and run down on Naomi off the rip, or by they hit the switcheroo on this and she run down on Bianca just off the rip, you would
Yeah.
be like, oh snap, okay, and then it leads into that. So
That's banking on the audience being really, 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 really smart in that moment, though. I don't know if they got that much faith in the audience without like a interview or like
that's
you know what I'm saying?
exactly. And with that being said, that's why I said her
No Jade.
showing up would
Yeah,
not be it would not be a good look. It just all right. Well, where do you go from here? Like, how do you go right into explaining this story without having addressed it even in this showing up?
true, true. The
Because if you
only
pop back up and just bust in and just start just and then even if you don't win or whatever, like I know me personally, I'll be like, well, who did it? Like,
right,
I still don't
right.
know who the fuck did it.
The only other surprise returns I can think of would probably be Alexa Bliss. I don't think they
Mm-hmm.
came to a contract resolution though. And
Mm-hmm.
then I don't know what's going on with Becky Lynch right now.
Yeah, I don't either. But I also didn't really care. Nothing against the man. It's just like,
Eh,
she's a mom. You feel me? A new mom, a first time mom. Like there's definitely moments in between that where she might be wanting the mom shit. Also, there's definitely apparently other things that she's created for herself outside of the WWE. She might be
Okay.
just utilizing the time to do that other shit. She might pop up in another movie somewhere. You know what I mean?
So
Other
who you got winning the women's rumble, yo?
That's a crazy ass question because I don't. I don't have a definitive person. You know who I would want to win it?
Mm.
This is going to be controversial to few or many. Uh, I want Nia to win it
To see who in the at Mania.
to see who I make. It don't matter. I don't even give a shit at that point. She's
Okay.
whoever. Like I want to see because, and I tell you, here's my reasoning why. The character development that she's created over this time of her return, as
Mm.
well as the work that she's put in this go around, has been phenomenal to me. So to really see, and her the whole premise of her is being dominating, just
Right.
the complete dominator. So she ain't ever been scared of these bitches. She will run down on all of them. But you know, they get the best of her from time to time. So for her to be the bigger person and to actually dominate, like the Royal Rumble. Like, you know what I mean? Like put in
Get
that work. Like,
get hella eliminations and shit.
yeah, yeah, get them racks up. Make her the person that gets that announcement the following year or a few different times throughout the Nia was the one that had the most eliminations in the women. Yeah, like give her
Yeah.
that. She deserves that. Um, and even if she don't win it, be one of the persons that's closest to winning it,
Hmm.
that gives her even more of a play to go back in between, you know, these battles. She still got shit to deal with Nikki, and she never stopped beefing with Rhea. So
Right.
I don't care who she fights, because either way it could work out well. And she'll fight every bitch on the way up. And that's why I feel like it just would be it's just good show for me. Like she's funny to me. I don't care. Like whenever Nia's involved, I enjoy it. And
I
this
fuck
for
with
me,
that.
it's been like that since NXT. I've
Yeah.
genuinely been a fan of her character from day one because she is the fat person that knew that they was fat and the bitch. What you want that? So I'll
Yeah.
punch you in your fucking mouth. Like I
Long
don't give a shit.
long as she not hurting nobody, you feel me?
Right. And she's got, like I said, yo, and you can tell by the people that she's worked with since her return. You know what I mean? And I mean, shit, the people, there was only a very few people that really had a lot, and it was mostly the fans that had a lot of shit to say about her work ethic. You
Mm.
never really heard a lot come from the people that she worked with, which says a lot.
Mm.
And this time around, with the, you know, having have lost a few pounds, just like that, you see who was really comfortable working with her from the beginning to the end. There are certain people that she's been working with since NXT. There's been certain people that she's been working with since she got called up. You feel me? They are comfortable taking risks with her and all that because they know things happen. And they know that her intentions aren't, you know, to damage these people.
Mm.
But she's also a big person, and things can happen when you playing around. I didn't.
She ain't giving me that fucking bonsai job. I know that much.
Yeah,
Um,
no, no.
all right. Next up, we got Cody and Kevin Owens in a ladder match for the undisputed championship. Who you got coming out in this one?
I feel like they're gonna keep it on Cody
Yeah.
for story value and all that. Well, do I want him to lose it? Yes and no. Like yes, because I am bored with his run.
Mm.
No, because I am understanding enough to give it time to play out. And also, I feel like if we lose it, we might get heel Cody, and I'm kind of with the shits.
Yeah, I can't wait for Hill
I
Cody.
want the black hair. You feel me?
I got Cody winning. I'm gonna tell you some real shit, yo. And we ain't gonna spend too much time on this match because we still gotta get to the men's rumble. But I really think Cody gonna have that chip through Mania, yo.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I
I
feel like either one or two things gonna happen. It's gonna lead back to Roman getting his revenge. You don't think so?
mm-mm.
Yeah. Or somebody coming out of left field like over Febby.
I don't know about all that shit, but yeah. But speaking of out of left field, yo, we got the men's rumble, yo. We got hella heads in there. Probably going to get some returns. I don't know what's up with AJ. I don't know what's up with
Yeah. AJ,
Randall
from
Randall
his
Keith.
comment, from AJ's comment after, it looks a little sketchy. Like this might not be a quick return. I don't know.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I did see that shit.
yeah.
Getting
So
old, man.
yeah, I mean, exactly. He's been doing it for years. So,
We might get a Omar sighting. Uh,
yeah,
we,
yeah.
we might get a Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler sighting,
I'm okay with that.
Joe
I'm always
Hendry.
okay with that. Yeah, I'm
Everything's on
definitely
the
okay with
table.
that. Yeah.
Who you got winning the
Moose could
men's
show up.
rumble?
The whole Moose could show up. Like,
That'd be crazy, Moose.
I'm cool with that. He's weird
Uh,
in outside of wrestling, but I'm cool with that.
I fuck with Moose, yo.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You said who do I got winning?
Yeah.
That's really a trick bag. I have absolutely no clue which direction they want to take that.
Hmm.
Like, there's so much potential. Like, for fuck's sake, because of what I know isn't done yet, and I don't know where they're going with that. Let's say Roman,
Hmm.
because there's still so much bloodline stuff to be done. This story ain't over yet, from what they keep telling me, and
Hmm.
I am very curious to see what's next. There's been so many little Easter eggs and twists and turns that I don't fully understand,
Hmm.
and because of how they've been telling this story for the past 4 years going, I am very intrigued. I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like I'm not, because I feel like the next chapter is going to be just as entertaining, if not more than the last one.
Hmm.
So I feel like that'll be a good look, because then there's so many variables to how that could pan out. He could, you know what I mean? There's so many other people that was either on their way or already somewhere being brewed up that
Hmm.
I've heard mentioned. So, I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. And with the presentation of 2K
Yeah.
in their bloodline package, why
Oh
not?
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
forgot
It's
about that.
perfect perfect advertisement. You feel
Marketing.
me? They just dropped that. Like they just dropped that, and then he turned around and went Saturday. Come on.
So Roman wins the Rumble, and then
We can go back and do the
they tr-
Cody shit.
they try to redo the end of that 1 year where The Rock comes out, but instead of raising his arm, he gives him a rock bottom, and we're off to WrestleMania.
There you go.
Yo, CM Punk
Because
about to
all right,
win
and I'm
this
gonna tell you,
Rumble,
all right,
yo.
real quick, before because I want to hear that. But before we go
Mm,
into that, get yourself on what you just said, because here's why that could make sense. Remember, he he was supposed to go. They was supposed to have it up front from the jump, and it still hasn't happened. And Cody just wants his. Roman just wants his revenge and his title back.
mm,
But what if Rock feels some type of way uh, for him losing it in the first place, and for them not having their match from the first place because he decided to give it to Cody. Now you just
mm.
out here still finagling with Cody, and you done already lost. That was the whole point of Solo and them running Ripsaw. Maybe he was the one that sent them. That's always been speculation.
Right.
You feel me? So I can see that happening and being like, all right, that don't seem one off. You feel me? Because again, how are you going to get back to him and Roman supposed to be fighting outside of that bullshit way that y'all was trying to do it last time? Is we fighting because it's mania. We need to do it for the family. No, we didn't.
Yo,
This is
they got so much shit going on. Some people can't be in this Rumble, bro. Like,
right.
are you gonna have all of them bloodline niggas in the Rumble? Where's Solo at? Is Solo gonna be in the Rumble? If Solo's in the Rumble, is he gonna interact with Jacob? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit going
I
on.
feel like yeah, I definitely, and you still gotta factor in those NXTers that's gonna pop in, because I definitely feel like Open is gonna show up, bro. I I
I
don't
don't know.
feel.
If any,
I don't think he might do much, but I don't think he's not gonna show up for the shock value.
if anything, I think it'd be Ethan Page and Trick Williams, yo.
I definitely felt like Trick Williams was an option,
Yeah,
but I feel like
I don't know if they would let over lose, yo.
listen, he's moving really quick. And a
Yeah.
lot of the times when they move them up really quick, they end up moving up pretty quick.
I don't
So
know because they already got a Braun Breakersteiner though. You know what I mean?
true, but that's not exactly who he is.
Mm.
Yeah. And then there's always the potential for that, you know.
And Braun Breakersteiner. Yo, CM Punk about to win this Rumble.
Yes, tell me why.
Um, as long as he don't get hurt,
Ah, true. God damn, these
because
niggas is old.
something shaking with Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. And I swear Triple H can't help himself and he wants to make like another four horseman type stable. He just ain't figured out who he want to put in there yet. And I think Drew McIntyre is definitely one of them. If Kevin Owens stays, he might be one of them.
Okay.
And then they got Seth in there rolling around. You know how much that nigga loves Seth. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
Um,
That's his prodigal son.
I don't know. Like if Roman comes up out on top in all of this, is that the new roadblock he has to go through type shit? I don't know. Um, but then how does CM Punk play into all that shit? You know, what's the favor he's gonna get
I was
from
about to say, what's that
Paul?
favor?
He's had interplay with Sammy, Seth, Drew. Like he got a lot of shit going on too. Then you
All
got
right.
you got Walter waiting around in the back, and
True.
then fucking Jay Uso, right?
Yeah,
So
yep.
it's like it's all these intangibles, yo, and it's like
Oh, and you also
and
forgetting.
Cena.
Oh, not even just Cena. Yeah, Cena. There's Cena, and then the the what's the term? The Black Spider of all of this.
Cool.
Well, of many situations, a lot of these weird interactions, these heel changes in different perspectives. You have you seen the discussions of those parallels?
Carrying Cross.
Yes.
Uh, For what though?
You
I
know why
mean,
not? He's a very good character. It's
I
just
guess.
you don't create the name for yourself to bring you where it brought you and initially get you the attention that it gotten you. And you would have been better off if you hadn't got injured the first time, possibly, and you hadn't got called up so fast, which is why letting you go made the most sense.
Does
Because
he
that,
wrestle?
from time to time,
Fuck out of here, yo. Fuck out of here, bro. You don't even wrestle, bro. I'm good on ya. But yeah, I'll be seeing yo lurking around in the background and shit, man.
yo, but a lot of the stories where he's been involved with these certain characters that end up turning after the fact, it's very intriguing because you a lot of people don't even pay that any attention.
Mm,
Some people don't notice the fact that he set up a lot of these different scenarios where he's been like this weird factor in a lot. He's so you don't pay him that much attention until he shows up.
yeah.
And even if he don't like, you got to look at it like even when he's not wrestling or not in the feud, he's somewhere around fucking with shit, and then shit be going left with the people that he be fucking. Everybody that he done rocked with, dealt with, came across in some way has turned since the program.
This
Every
nigga,
last one of them,
yo, the new Mr. Fuji.
which is, and that's why I think it's cool because it brings other dynamics to these storylines. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Everybody can't wrestle sometimes. You feel me? Sometimes you got to be a background player.
I'm sorry, that nigga's ass. Get him all the way the fuck out of here. Shout out to that man. Hope he's in the Rumble. Hope he's in the Rumble.
Yeah.
I would love to see him get
I
some
feel like
action.
him over AOP.
Somebody, God damn
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, yo, so the Royal Rumble this Saturday, 6 p.m. We should be live streaming. You feel me? Make sure y'all tune in. You got anything before we get up out of here, big guy?
Nah, man, I am feeling good. I'm feeling great, and I'm just excited to see how everything pans out. To be honest with you, I
Yeah,
feel
this
like
should
it's going to
be
be a great show.
should be a really, really dope show. We will catch y'all all next week. Same wave time, whatever time I drop this shit. Same wave channel. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Big Fang.
You're
And yeah.